In this video, I'll give you the exact settings I use in order to create maximum high quality cinematic videos and reels and TikToks on CapCut, including a new essential tool that they've added recently, but is still free, at least for the time being, and I hope forever. Step 1, because I assume you're editing for Instagram or TikTok, you want to make sure you're using an actual 9x16 timeline. Because if it's not 9x16, these platforms can then compress the quality of your footage quite dramatically. Next, you want to make sure you're not over-editing the colors, as it will ruin the quality of your export. Avoid over-editing colors on HSL, even though it is a nice tool, but you gotta find a balance and be kind of subtle with it. And I actually recommend using curves instead to color grade your footage, because it's less critical to the quality of your export later. Optionally, you want to go and increase the sharpening slightly by about 5 to 10. Also, if your footage is looking a little bit faded, it is good to increase contrast by 1 to 5, just subtly. Then the new tool I mentioned, which is absolute clutch for cinematic reels, clarity. Increase that baby up to about 50 at most for short form videos for playback on the phone. It's not a tool that I would use for YouTube or for a bigger screen, but for vertical videos it's really perfect, especially if you're editing footage from, let's say, a Sony FX3. Sometimes you want to increase brightness and contrast even more, especially because the footage may look different on the iPhone, but the iPhone is the most common screen used for playback, so you really want to optimize playback for iPhone in particular. Next, in order to avoid the compression, we gotta export your footage in 1080p. This is because Instagram will make your videos 1080p no matter what, so we might as well do it now. And finally, remember to turn off Smart HDR just to make sure everything is good. You can bookmark this video and come back to it whenever you wanna export a reel. Hopefully it was helpful.